How's it going, guys? Hopefully this is a good camera view here, but we're here with another movie review. So we're gonna be talking about Final Destination's Bloodlines. I know originally I was like, because I know I'm late with some of these movies, and I feel like most people are not gonna watch the videos because they're already way before watch somebody else's. But I figured it's worth talking about. I think it's great. It really shook the whole nation when this thing came out, because, Final Destination is one of those classic movies. It has a bunch of different parts. I forget how many movies it has. I think maybe five or seven-ish. But, it's a pretty great movie. It's about Stephanie. I read some of the names beforehand. Stephanie dreams about this chick named Iris, which I'm told is supposed to be like the parent that has Alex that's from the first Final Destination. I don't know how true that is. It probably isn't true, but that's basically the premise of the movie, is that these people survived and so on and so forth. They had kids, and since they were supposed to die that day and they didn't, it basically explains how death moved down the line, so that when you see the first movie, so this is like a prequel to all the other Final Destinations. It kind of explains why it was going after all these kids, and some of them had the premonitions because the one lady had the premonitions, or Iris, and we could say her name. I know the name. So the whole time you had them, you had a reappearing character, Bloodworth. I forgot his first name, but Bloodworth is that same dude from the morgue that was in all the other movies. He appeared in the new one, and he looked a little bit different, but you can't complain because technically it's a prequel to the movies, so they wouldn't have thought to make it until later on. But I did find out, because I saw credits at the end that said I don't know what it said, rest in peace or something, or in loving memory. That's what it said. And I was confused by it, and I was like, oh, someone passed away or something, and come to find out, it is Bloodworth. That's the dude. Ironic as it is, because, in the movie, he was like, oh, Iris is gone, that means I'm next. So, I don't know, because when you piece them together, it really is ironic, because I don't know how he passed away. I just heard he did, and it is sad because he's pretty iconic to the movies. They always go to him and they're like, "What the fuck do we do?" But he's, yeah, really great dude. I'm trying to piece together in my head how that works. That's when a prequel like fucks with you a bit, because it's like in the movies you saw beforehand, that comes after this movie. And in this new movie, he says he's quitting his job, and you see him leaving. But then in the other movies, he's in another morgue. So I don't know. I'm sure they're not expecting you to really piece those things together. They're just throwing a movie out there. But either way, much respect. We lost a lot of people, man. We lost the guy. I forgot his name. The guy that played John Redcorn in King of the Hill. He passed away too. But it sucks when you lose people like that, big iconic characters. Yeah, you guys could probably hear fireworks behind me. That's why I tried to do this video a little bit sooner, but the plans didn't really go all the way out. But in this movie, you have a bunch of different things. You have a barbecue scene, which, really brutal death on that one. Should I really explain it? Maybe I should. So, basically, the whole movie is revolved around Stephanie and all of her family, cousins, whatever the hell you want to call them. Some of the characters in the movie are safe because you find out that, I forgot, is she the aunt, or is she someone? She said that something happened where she cheated for a bit, and Eric, which is the dude that you get introduced pretty much on the front cover. That's the dude that has the nose ring, and he was in like that chain trap. That was a thing in the film. I say the dude. His name's Eric. That name I remember. I think the dude's name was... I think Stephanie's brother was Charlie. If I'm not wrong. I don't know why I'm remembering some kind of Charlie. But basically Stephanie's the one that sees premonitions or whatever the hell you want to call it. There's not much of that in this film. They don't really touch upon it that much. I mean, she talks about the dream she had over and over and over, but other than that, now these movies are all in the same. It's not a movie to be like, ooh, shit, favorite character. No. There's not much I can really else say about it. You had the barbecue scene. You had the tattoo parlor, which is where that chain thing happened. And you find out Eric wasn't supposed to be on death's list or something, but since he interfered later on in the movie, he ended up passing away. Really brutal deaths, man. I might as well speak about it. The MRI, my God, man. I don't even know how that shit would happen, but brutal death right there, boy. When his borderline perked up, I was like, oh boy. Because they had like a little funny moment there where like Eric was being pulled towards it and the nose ring came out. He had nip rings and then his wiener went woo. And I was like, woo. Now you kind of already saw it coming, but still funny to see that. Yeah, but the whole movie, they go through the same thing the dude already told him. You could either kill somebody and have the rest of their life, or somehow the next person in line, have them die but bring them back to life. And that was the plan of what Eric wanted to do, and the whole MRI thing and everything got fucked. But yeah, I thought the movie was good. Some characters were safe, so hey, maybe you would want to pick favorites, but it wasn't really anybody you'd want to pick a favorite of. But yeah, other than that, it was a great movie. I really thought, the main I'm talking about like traps like it saw, but the main one where it was the food needle, whatever you want to call it. What do you want to call it? The sky needle, I think. Yeah, that whole thing was crazy, boy. I'm so happy that kid, I can't believe a Penny started that shit. When that kid ran down, he was like, and the fucking piano fell on him. Man, that was joy right there, boy. I saw some people saying online that they were in theaters for it, and everybody was like cheering for that part. Because it's true, the kid was a damn dick. He deserved it. But really great for the effects and everything. I think it's worth watch. What the fuck did I just say? It's worth the watch. It's not a bad movie at all. It ends kind of sad, like always, like all the movies do. You know, it's one of those things where they're like, wait a minute. It ended with Stephanie drowning or something, and she was just knocked out. She wasn't dead. And the end of the film, they're talking to some dude. I think it's the father of Charlie's girlfriend. And he was like, oh, she wasn't dead. She was just unconscious. And then they say, oh, shit. And then here comes a damn fucking train crashing through the whole fucking street. Oh, man, it was crazy. And you had the log trucks. When those two logs came up and went boom, boom. It's crazy, man. You guys have to see it for yourself. It's definitely worth the watch. 10 out of 10 in my books. But that's always going to be Final Destination. You got to give it 10 out of 10. They do good with it. But, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little movie review video. And I'll see you guys in my next one.